Так, вот время вроде пошло. Good afternoon, dear colleagues, conference participants, and students. Today is the third day of our 51st International Conference, Control, Processes and Stability. I would like to note that this conference is fully held online for the first time in its existence. Today, the section chairs are Professor Alexander Krylatov and I, Dr. Ivan. The scientific secretary of the section is Dr. Ovanes. Also, I would like to wish good luck and new scientific achievements to our participants and young researchers. Let's to start. First participant is Marumin.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes, we can start and share screen your presentation, please.
Okay, I can share screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you see it?
I cannot.
No.
I'm not seeing.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Can you see my screen? My screen?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready. I will go start.
Great.
Okay. Hello, teachers. My name is Marimi. I'm from Computer Science and Technology major of Vienna University. The theme of my report today is the design of instant messaging tools. First of all, I'd like to talk about why instant messaging is needed. Through instant messaging tools, you can know whether your relative and friends are online and communicate with them instantly. The instant messaging tool takes less time than sending email and is more convenient than dialing a phone. It's undoubtedly the most convenient way of communication in the Internet age. Instant messaging is a terminal service that allows two or more people to use the Internet to instantly communicate text messages, files, voice, and video. To sum up, for the convenience of people's life, we need to make instant messaging tools. I will introduce my article from the following 5 parts. The first part is system background. This system is called MuTalk, which is based on C language. Both the development environment and the running environment are Linux. MySQLite is used for database storage. The second part is special requirements of the system. All time zone conversions are supported. The dialog message is accepted from the central server and displayed after online conversion to the standard time zone. This software supports GTK2 platform porting program based on Linux. The development version is Ubuntu Desktop 18.05. And the text environment includes CentOS 7.5, Ubuntu 18.05, Ubuntu 16.04. I will introduce some front-end logic design in part 3. The front-end implementation is divided into 12 modules, including client, login, register, retrieve password, chat with friends, group chat, modify personal information, delete friends, view chat records, add friends, add groups, log out. I will introduce the implementation of 5 specific functions. In the user registration stage, users need to input these informations, and the system has a function to check whether the verification password and the confirmation password are consistent. In the user login stage, it's the same as applied above. Users need to input these informations, and the system has a function to check whether the username and the password are matched. In the friends groups chat stage, after the user sends a text message, the system receives the message and sends it to the specific user. There are 2 functions to modify local user client user information, respectively, in the modify personal information stage. The way to retrieve the password is that after the mailbox is verified, the server sends the account password to the corresponding mailbox. This is a registration information interface. Here is the system login interface, and the picture is the interface for friends to communicate. This following are user view, personal information modification, and the password recover interface. The backend implementation is divided into 18 functions interface designs, including initializing server, database, server socket descriptions word, and so on. I will introduce 4 functions in part 4. The main monitoring thread interface is used to listen to the connector request of the client and create the corresponding sub-listening thread. The monitoring subthread interface is used to listen to messages from clients and call the dignity function to process them. The main processing function is to analyze the required type sent by the user and call the corresponding function to process. The offline processing interface is to take the request whose target is a new online ID from table and delete it from database. In the last part, in order to avoid blocking chat, we use multi-threaded transmission, then transfer files and send messages in 2 threads. The difficulty of file transfer lies in the size limit of the file. So, a file is divided into multiple packages for transfer. That is, multi-package transmission. When users receive files, they can choose to customize the storage in order to ensure the security of sending and receiving, and the target user can receive the file. The system chooses to use TCP/IP protocol. Follow me to see the results. Firstly, running the program and clicking the registration button to enter the registration interface. When user inputs nickname, sexy, email, phone number, real name, password, and confirms the password, the registration succeeds. Okay, go on. Secondly, collecting the retrieve password button. To enter the retrieve password interface, the user can retrieve the password by inputting the ID and the corresponding mailbox. Thirdly, inputting the username and password in the login interface means that the login is successful. Also, collecting the personal signature box to modify the personal signature. In addition, collecting add contacts button and inputting ID to add friends. Finally, collecting the nickname of a friend to start a chat. Okay. That's the end of my reporter. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And dear colleagues, do you have a questions?
I have several. So first question is why you started with a desktop application? Why you? Because what you can do is that you can use the same C application, as far as I understand from the paper, to construct application for the smartphone. There are some environments that enable you to use directly your code for C or C++ to construct application by phone. So my question then is, did you consider to upload the app to the server so that it will be client-server architecture? So can you maybe explain a little bit more about the current stage?
Okay, I do the application because it's my homework.
Okay.
Okay. The application divide client and server. TCP server connector with TCP client. When user asking, TCP server reads and read and the client responding.
But where is the server? Where is the server and client? On the same machine, same virtual machine, or where?
Oh, I use the C language.
Your server is on your personal computer, right?
Yeah.
And client as well on your computer, yes?
Yes. Linux system.
In future, do you want to upload server part to some outside your PC? And you know, do you have plans to upload your server part in the cloud or maybe university server?
Oh, I haven't tried.
You can consider also another, if other colleagues have just two short questions. And so you need, if you do something like this, you need to compare your idea or your application with other existing applications and understand what could be your personal contribution in the field, what new you could do. It can be a small part, but very good and beautiful, you know. It's like literature, like papers overview, literature overview, but you need to understand what is new, what was done. Of course, you cannot create very new architecture, but you could at least think in this direction. Yes.
I think I will do better.
Okay, no problem. No, please consider to make a smartphone app for that. Okay, for me, this is it. For me, that's it.
Okay. Anything?
Yes.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Ovanes. I have a question. Did you review existing solution?
Solution.
Okay.
Where?
Did you review existing application? Same application.
WeChat, Telegram, WhatsApp.
I hope I will. I can leave. I can leave the application to everyone's phone or
Okay.
desktop.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, Ovanes.
Professor Ivan, I have a question. So, should we make any comment about to improve the paper?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So, as Professor Ivan told you, I think you should add some overview of existing messaging tools and compare with your messaging tool, and to understand and write what you think you want to do related to this messaging tool. Maybe small part. Of course, you cannot do the same, right? But maybe some new idea, some you know what I mean?
I know.
Some new thing.
You think?
You know?
Okay. Dr. Ovanes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
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 The next presentation. Hello. Hello. You can start.
Maybe from the beginning, no?
Hello, everyone. Can you see me?
Yes. We are seeing.
同学，你幻灯片没有打开。
Please share screen.
你的幻灯片还没有打开。
幻灯片没打。
Full screen.
Can you see it?
Yes.
你的幻灯片没有全屏，同学。
我已经全屏了，学长。
你需要在上次测试的时候，把这个幻灯片在程序选择里面选择全屏，而不是选择幻灯片本身。
maybe start.
That's okay.
要么就这样吧，就这样开始。
那行。真的。你看嘛，要是点全屏的话，那个又不是全屏了。
Может быть, следующую тогда запустим?
同学就这样开始，不用全屏了，你就这样讲吧，时间有限。
Hello everyone, my name is GP. I'm from the software engineering major of Yan'an University. My topic of today's report is the design and development of part-time tutoring service platform for college students. My report is divided into 3 parts. The first part, development background and research significance of tutoring system. The second part, analysis of family education system. The third part, conclusion. The development background of part-time tutoring service platform for college students. With the development of education in China, more and more education and training and family education has become one of the main channels of education and training. It's difficult for parents to choose a satisfactory tutoring. College students usually obtain tutoring information through concerning agents or through classmates' recommendation. Parents and college students need a platform for information interaction. The significance of the development of part-time tutoring service platform.
Sorry, please change your slide.
Next slide, please.
Next slide.
你现在不要在全屏上看你的幻灯片，你在你的原来的幻灯片里面往下走。
Okay.
Okay, thank you. The significance of the development of part-time tutoring service platform for college students. Based on the lack of a communicate platform between college students, tutoring and their parents' home, IUS-BS structure model, ASP.NET Core MVC framework, and SQL Server database to build a college students tutoring service platform to provide the information consultancy service for parents and their families. The technique adopted by the system. This system adopts BS structure model. The user-friendly design of plant interface uses ASP.NET Core MVC open design database with SQL Server. Function design. On this system, we have found a tour model, personal center model, touring model, start rating model, system management model. In a find a tour model, we have a post-student information model, reservation tour model, view tour information model, and so on. System analyze system homepage. In this homepage, we can see the teacher's shoe, touring shoe model, starter rating model, download the center model, personal center model, and we can see teacher's information, students' information. Personal center. In our personal center model, we can see our class information and my message information. Click center model. We can see data setting, account setting, mail setting, include my name, my gender, contact information, cell phone number. System model dividing. Our system divides 6 model partitions: pre-structure model, login model, and tour model, touring model, start rating model, manage personal center model. This is their function description. User input information to register account. This is the system start diagram. When students into our system, the student can find a tour with touring information, appointment tour, annuity tour, and the teachers into our system. They can tutor, view student information, process order, and they also can into personal center, view personal center. Conclusion. This system provides a communicate platform for college students and their parents, so that college students can find a part-time tutor. Parents can also find satisfactory tutors. This is my reference.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do you have questions, colleagues?
I have sorry. I have a question. Very short question and comment. So the previous in your presentation present a very complex technology. I suggest in future to work on this kind of projects and applications in team. At least one backend developer. Second is interface developer. Third is UX UI developer, and maybe some additional person. It's very complex. Second, you need to understand how other applications, the same application, look like. You need some overview of how they look like, and you should present what new things you have. Also, if it's computer science paper, you need to add a link to GitHub project if you have it. It's a proof that you actually work on this. It's a kind of a culture. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Avanes. Thank you for your presentation.
Yep. Thank
See
you.
you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Следующий.
Hello.
Lincoln.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
We have a few.
Can you see?
Yes.
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 Oh, okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lin Hong. I'm from Yan University, majoring in computer science and technology. It's my honor to have the opportunity to participate in this conference. My thesis title is Shopping Mall based on Python Django. There are 4 parts of my thesis: the technical introduction, the demand analysis, the system design, and the system implementation. The first part is technical introduction. I use the Python language to write the code. Python is a high-level scripting language that contains interpretability, compilability, interactivity, and object orientation. Because of Python's simplicity, readability, and scalability, it can be recognized by more and more people. This is why I use it as a development language. I use Django for a browser framework. Django is uh, open source web application framework written in Python using the MVT framework model. The aim of the MVT framework representing the model is responsible for interacting with the database. The T of the MVT framework, which represents the template, is responsible for presenting the content of the browser. The V of U is logged, obtaining data and returning results. They need to be connected model, template, and view of each functional module of the website are created. At this time, you need to configure URL. When a browser makes a request to the server, it needs to parse the request URL information to obtain what information is required for the current request. The request will correspond to a specific view, and the view will combine the template and the model. Django comes with a complete and customizable backend side management system, which can add, delete, modify, and check the project database. The main reason for entering the website management interface is to manage the content in the database. But the previous work can only define the model and complete the migration from model to database. These are prepared operations. To manage database objects in the site, you must register in the system management firstly. Therefore, the database is particularly important. I chose to use the MySQL database in this system. MySQL is an open source related to database management system which use the common database management language and structure query language for database management. Although the function may not be very powerful, I still chose it because it's an open source which is widespread and practicality. So I use it to add a series of data tables and connect it to the browser. The second part is the demand analysis. I analyze the needs of users, markets, and goods separately. Regarding the users, I found that most users of online shopping are post-90s young people or female groups. Because young people after the 90s are more receptive to new things, they are willing to use convenient shopping methods. The female group's reason is their own purchasing power and the desire to buy, so they are also keep on online shopping. With the continuous development of the internet, more and more people will definitely start online shopping in the future. Regarding the market, according to the latest data report, the annual online shopping transaction volume is maintaining a steady trend. The continuous growth of users will also make the market for online development of society. The types of goods on the online market will become more and more comprehensive, so people no longer need to go out to buy the goods they want. The third part is system design. This is the flow chart of the system. Because the system uses the BS structure, my initial design idea is divided into goods information module, shopping cart module, user center module, and the picture management module in the user interface of the system. And in the administrator interface of the system is divided into picture management module, goods management module, order management module, and users management module. If there are still shortcomings, I can add modules later because the system stores data in the MySQL database, so the system can read the data information. I imported the order information table, command information table, user information table, and goods information table into the MySQL database. The fourth part is system implementation. The first one is the homepage. The homepage needs to present users with detailed goods information, users login option, and the shopping cart option. Users can place an order to purchase the desired goods by logging in. The administrator can also manage the goods by logging in. Then there is a user's login registration interface. The registered users can directly input users' name and password to log in. Unregistered users need to click the register button to fill in the information as required. After successful registration, you can log in. If the login information is incorrect, you can't log in. The third is the shopping cart interface. The users can add goods to the shopping cart to purchase and can also manage the goods in the shopping cart. The fourth is the user-centered interface. Users can view or modify the user's name, nickname, gender, balance information, and the recharge of the amount in the personal information module. You can also view the user's own order information in the My Order module. The detailed interface has the creation date, operation date, order amount, order status, and other information. Goods management interface is to facilitate the administrator to make changes to the goods and goods information, as well as add popular goods. The order management interface is for the administrator to view or modify the order information, including the user's address, purchased goods, purchase amount, and completion status. The user's management interface is to allow the administrator to see the user's information more intuitively, and also to block the illegal users. The order complaint function allows users to complain about unsatisfactory goods or refund, and then administrator can solve the user's problems. The announcement function is to notify the users through this function when the system is malfunctions. Here is the literature my work is based on. The above is the whole content of this system. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Your work has a good structure. I have questions. What kind of how you test your application? How did you test of your application?
Sorry, can you explain?
Did you test? Testing? Did you test?
测试过程。
测试是吧？
For example, performance testing.
Yeah. I tested this system.
How?
如何测的？如何测的？讲一下过程。
What kind of testing methods did you use?
I make it. Sorry, let me think about that. I make this system and implanted it successfully by in my computer.
Actually, as I don't understood, our colleague used some data set that he have on his computer, and I just want to give some advices to improve the work. And my advice is to use in future maybe some intellectual tools to analyzing and so on, because right now it is just database and with structure, and it is very interesting and urgent problem, but to improve it and to make it maybe some real product for the market, you have to use intellectual tools. That's my advice. So thank you.
Thank you.
I have also a small question. Yes, it's
we have no time.
Short question. Good application, but if you want to continue, you need a bigger team. First thing, and second, when you write paper, you need a link to GitHub. You need GitHub. GitHub. You know GitHub.
GitHub is
GitHub.
GitHub.
GitHub. You need to upload your project there to share
Maybe
with people.
GitHub is closed in China. I don't know.
I don't know. You can check.
Maybe some analog of this platform. So we can proceed if you don't mind.
Yeah, I know GitHub. GitHub is a web. Yeah, it's a code web. I have a webcam.
Okay.
You should add a link to the paper with your current project.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good idea, I think. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
The next participant is Jerome Kwang. Hello.
Hello.
学长，我的 PT 好了吗
Пожалуйста, показать ей презентацию через мой экран.
Okay. Thank you, Lee.
Hello everyone. My name is Jiarong Wang. I'm from Yan'an University, major in the Internet of Things Engineering. The topic I report today is the application of face recognition technology in university access control system. The outline of the passage consists of 5 parts. 5 parts: abstract basic overview, effects of light factors on face recognition and improvement, face recognition process, and conclusion. First of all, a brief introduction to the abstract of this article. As we all know, with the demand of intelligent, convenient, and practical for access control, a variety of new intelligent access control systems have emerged in the market. The identification process does not depend on the key, which saves the user's particular cost. The face recognition access control system is based on household face switch can identify household and non-household personnel. This paper introduces the influence of illumination change on face recognition result. Now let's think about a problem. What are the difficulties in face recognition in dormitory in chase control, posture, expression, or camera? No, the change of illumination is the most important factor affecting face recognition performance. Illumination change is an important factor affecting face recognition system. Face recognition research needs to be carried out in a curable environment. Face images are often affected by illumination changes and other factors, resulting in particle feature loss, which affects the overall recognition effort. By analyzing the research on accurate recognition of face under different illumination and occlusion conditions, this paper focuses on the feasibility study around illumination theory and processing technology. and gives the operational design scheme of the application of face recognition system. Thus, therefore, the proposed improvements to this issue is the portrayment of light cone under the irradiation of different forms of light will form a light vertebral body. This vertebral body can be represented by the above linear subspace, thus reduce the impact of light factors. For the whole image of face recognition image into process of vertebral body, reduce the impact of the shadow part, improve the recognition rate of the image. Next, let's look at the process of face recognition processing. The face recognition system consists of 4 parts: face detection, face alignment, face description, and face classification. I will introduce 2 parts of face image composition and face image pre-processing. About face image composition, the selection of counter feature points first needs to select the counterparts from the human face and connect some points, but the background color of the picture will have a greater impact on finding the counterpoints. So choose to build the face grid on the machine lines. Eliminate most of background interference, more accurate face counterpoints in the range, but also faster and more accurate face recognition. About face image pre-processing, face recognition system in process of running through the camera. Collected face photo will usually be due to equipment and environment, and other factors resulting in the image effect is not ideal. Pre-processing is to use a series of digital image processing processes such as cutting, routing, flattening, scaling, and so on to adjust to collected image to the requirements of the system. Effect will directly affect the final recognition accuracy. Finally, with the rapid progress of image processing and biometric technology, face recognition technology has made an important contribution to public safety. The above is all my introduction. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. When you discuss about face recognition methods or approach or application, first of all, you need perform review of existing solution, of existing approaches. After that, you describe your solution, and then you need test your approach using special metrics. For example, recall, precision, F-measure, metrics which used in data science area. Understand? It's my recommendation for your next work.
Oh, thank you.
Dr.
Colleagues, do you have questions? Maybe you want to add?
Yes, sorry, I want to add. What is the purpose of this work is to show what you plan to do in future, right? So as Professor Ivan said, this kind of work should start with overview, because you do not want to invent a new face recognition technology, right? You want to apply face recognition technology to college admission system. And as far as I know, there exists this kind of system in Yan'an University, and it works. But also, if you want to do this kind of thing, you need to at least say what kind of programming language you want to use, or you want to work with cameras. I think you want to use Python and something like OpenCV library in Python, right? Because without this kind of comment or overview, as Professor Ivan said, in this work is very far from application. So
from contribution.
Yeah. You
anyway,
need to.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But you have a time.
You have a time.
Yes, you have time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The next way is the next participant. We have not in.
Student.
Испугался?
Сейчас. Она сказала, что уже вошла.
Нет, она не поддерживается, ее работа. Тут написано device not connected.
Я скажу.
Может быть, следующий, все.
Хорошо, следующий.
Давай следующий.
Она должна разрешить использовать свой компьютер при входе.
Сейчас я скажу.
О боже, столько комментариев вы видели, я...
Да.
One minute.
Ну, они все на...
Все ждут, да.
Единственный понятный комментарий ха-ха.
И еще don't panic написано. Вот.
Как у нас с кодом?
Молодцы, столько комментариев.
Это...
Студент есть, но вот он, его устройство не может быть подсоединено.
Поумничаю. Там первый комментарий был, когда девушка выступала, handsome as usual. Вроде я, если не ошибаюсь, handsome к мужчинам само слово. То ли кому-то из нас говорили.
Кому говорили, признавайтесь.
Ну, не знаю, откуда-то из-за гор.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
You hear me?
Hello.
Еще час. No.
Start, please.
Да.
Okay, now I share the screen. So everyone see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Hello, okay. So I start. Dear member of committees and audience, today my topic is named Explainable AI, using sharply value explain anomaly detection in machine learning system. And my supervisor is Petrosian Van Nes Lianovich. I'm from University of Saint-Petersburg State University. So I want to introduce my topic according to this outline. first is background. In this part, I want to introduce about what is explainable AI and who need it, how I applied it. And second is about the anomaly detection system. In this part, I want to introduce which project I now used to apply Shapley value. And in Shapley value part, I will introduce what is Shapley value and how I applied it in anomaly detection system. And then I will introduce simulation and my conclusion. Okay, so what is explainable AI? Actually, this is a new hot topic of the AI field. As we know, AI actually on our algorithm only supports the solution, but not explain why and how the system made such solution. So in some field of, for example, military, medical, and financial security, actually it's very hard for them to apply such application without some confidential measurement or report about how and why the system made such solution. And actually, our idea comes from the paper from Nature's. And in this paper, they apply Shapley value in a medical system. In this system, they using Shapley value explain the features of the data set. And in this case, doctor and patients are more easy to understand why and how the system given such prediction. So our target for this research is to analyze the contribution of features by applying Shapley value in anomaly detection system. So first, what is anomaly detection system? Actually, such application usually used to predict the signal or some log is anomaly or not. In our case, we're using an open source project which named Localizer to analyze the computer system. And in this case, the inputting data is the log information. So you could see here, we have 4 parts. First is log collection and the log passing. For these 2 parts, the system will acquire some information from computer, but this information usually is some value and it's hard to understand. So in these 2 parts, we will transfer from value to some specified value, for example, the event. And also next step is to do some feature extraction. If we only have some description for the event, or we also need to find the feature among this event so that we could continue to do the detection. Our main work will focus on the last part, anomaly detection. So in this part, we choose one of the algorithm which named decision tree as the main detection algorithm. So here I list a simply process. First is for the decision tree, first step should choose the event as the root. And here you could see the formula. This is how the rules that help the system choose the root. Here I list an example. So you could see here, for example, we have 20 instances as input. And for the system, first step, we'll choose a node, which in our case is event. And this event, we consider it has most information gain. So we set it as the root. And step 2, we separate the data set according to the condition. And then we iteration it till the end, we get there is no extra features could be set as node. Then we could get the prediction result. Is it anomaly or not? Okay, then how we now we already introduced about how to detect the anomaly in the system, and then how to apply Shapley value and why we consider to apply Shapley value. in this case, actually, Shapley value come from the concept of game theory, and it help to solving the problem of the imputation. In some way, we consider that if one player have the highest imputation, it means he has the most contribution from the result. That's why we consider using Shapley value to measure the contribution of the features in the system. So this is our case. In the system, we have the inputting data is the logs, and each log consists of 14 events. In our case, we consider the event as the players, and 14 events totally have 16,383 collisions. And in our case, first step, we calculate the characteristic function. We consider that we calculate it by this way. First, from all the collisions, we step by step, one by one. For example, here, we consider in the game, only have the event 11 participate. Then we only put in the date of the event 11, and then we get the totally prediction result. We consider this accuracy as the characteristic value. And here it is our simulation result. After we get the characteristic value, then we calculate the Shapley value. And from the diagram, we could see that only the event 11 pay the most contribution. And actually, this is also the result of the decision tree. This is the root. So in this case, we could understand that there is not so good for the data set because this data set from reality. That's why in this case, only the event 11 could do the most contributions. You could see the Shapley value. You see here, it means that even only event 11 participate in the game, the result will be similar as all player participate. So also we also consider to explain the data set by add noise. In this case, we could understand there are 3 events paying more contribution, while others pay almost no contribution. So if the project want our methods given some advice, we could say here they could delete the events which almost pay no contribution, then they will get a better result. Their calculation will be more quickly. And here it is our conclusion. We found that the Shapley value could well measure the contribution in the system. And also we consider the future work and the challenge. In this case, we only test and implement our methods in static system. So actually, next step we need to implement in more we need to implement it in more than one algorithm to see if our methods could be applied in all cases. And second is about considering dynamic model. For example, in some real case, taking the signal as input, but the signal is continuous. In this case, it's very hard for us to modeling a game with only signal. So this is also the challenges that we need to consider.
I have comment before
yes.
before we stop. Just small comment. So in this work, they use open source project for anomaly detection.
Sorry, you cannot comment.
Why?
Because students need end your report, and after that we can ask questions.
Okay, so this is the main reference that I used in this research. And any questions?
Thank you very much. I have a questions for you. First question. Did you verify performance of calculation in your algorithm?
Yes, actually, in my case, I have, you could see the result. I attached the picture only one here, but for example, for this case, I need to check if my algorithm, my message is right. So for all the data set, I add several noise, random noise. I repeat it several times, and on the conclusion is that only these 3 events taken the best contribution.
Okay, and second question, so why did you use decision tree?
This also, as you said, we need to measure if our method is good. In decision tree, you could see
why
that.
Good? Why good?
Okay, so in first reason, in decision tree, you could see the root usually being the most important features, right? So we try to using Shapley value to explain the model. We get the same conclusion, and in this case, we could we get the simulation result. Also, we checked our result. So that's why it will help us to use less time to get the result more quickly. And this is just for our first research.
Thank you.
Just a small comment. The main idea of this work is that it's a try to apply explainable AI to a special anomaly detection system. But by changing the class of system, we expand the result for explainable AI. This is the main idea. And here we use the class of explain by explaining the input parameters. Like at each time instant, we receive 14 data set, like with 14 events, and then we check if it's anomaly now or not. And then we explain means to understand which event gives an anomaly. This is the key idea. Yeah, it's how it works usually.
One Sean comment, if you don't mind, is that without any shadow of doubt, explainable artificial intelligence is very important topic, and despite of that your approach is hard from computational perspectives, it is very interesting from mathematical perspectives, and anytime when we have some analytical tools to analyze such things as artificial intelligence, it is very nice. So good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree with you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Следующий, next student, Ye Pei-Chen.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Please wait a minute.
Share screen, please.
Is it okay?
Yes, okay. Start, please.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my presentation. My name is Ye Pei-Chen. I'm from Yan'an University, majoring in mathematics and applied mathematics. My topic for today's report is face detection based on deep convolution neural network. In recent years, the processing and analysis of the features reflected by human faces has become one of the topics that have been paid much attention to in the field of computer vision. When users need to query the identity information of a person in a picture, face recognition technology is particularly important, and the key to recognition is face detection. Traditional face detection methods, such as advanced face detection algorithm, can better identify faces with simple environment. but the recognition effect is greatly reduced in the case of complex face environment and more faces. In view of this paper presents a face detection method based on depth convolution neural network and verifies the effectiveness of depth learning technology in face detection in this direction. I will introduce my article from the following 5 parts. The first part introduces the principle and the process of face detection. Face detection generally includes 3 steps: face region selection, face feature extraction, and classifier classification. The main purpose of face region selection is to locate the position of the face with candidate frames in the image. Traditional candidate frame generation adopts exhaustive strategy, setting different ratios and different aspect ratios to traverse the whole image to extract candidate frames in various positions on the whole image. This method not only has high time complexity, but also has too much redundancy in candidate windows. In recent years, many new methods have proposed to improve the generation and the selection of candidate frames in the face detection process, such as sliding window-based candidate frame generation technology and the selective search algorithm. The quality of extracted features directly affects the accuracy of classification in subsequent stages. In the face detection algorithm based on depth learning, the candidate frame pictures selected in the face region selection stage are put into the designed neural network model, and the feature information of the face is automatically extracted through continuous iterative training, so that the difficulty of manually designing the feature by the traditional method is saved, and the accuracy of face detection is also improved. Classifier classification is to send the feature information extracted in the feature extraction stage to the classifier and train the classifier, so that the classifier can judge whether a face imagery contains a face or not according to the feature information. The second part is the depth convolution neural network AlexNet. Unlike traditional deep neural networks, AlexNet has the following characteristics. Using the nonlinear activation function rule, AlexNet's forward calculation is very simple after the application of rule, and the gradient divergence is not easy to occur. Dropout method is used to selectively ignore individual neurons in the training process to alleviate the overfitting problem of the model. The second part is face detection based on AlexNet. Firstly, AlexNet implementation based on CAF. CAF is an excellent convolutionary neural network implementation. It is one of the best frameworks for face detection and recognition, object classification, target tracking act. Since AlexNet network is used for 1,000 classification tasks and a face detection experiment is used for 2 classification, face detection based on AlexNet requires that the classification level of the full connection layer of the last layer of AlexNet be modified to 2. Secondly, AlexNet's training process. Before training the classifier, we need to divide the generated candidate frame pictures into positive and negative samples. Images containing human faces are taken as positive samples. Negative samples can select any pictures that do not belong to human faces, as shown in Figure 1 and Figure 2. When classifying positive and negative samples, this paper used the intersection over union to distinguish. In face detection experiments, IOU can be understood as the ratio of intersection and union of direction result and candidate books grant true books. During the training model process of CAF, you can use the tools provided in CAF to graph your own training data, as shown in Figure 3. With the increase of iteration times, the overall accuracy curve shows an upward trend, reaching the optimal level basically at 6,000 iterations. The loss value suddenly increased sharply in 2,000 iterations. The reason for this is that the learning rate is too high. When the learning rate is adjusted to 0.01, the whole value will show a steady downward trend. At 6,000 iterations, the loss value is almost zero. The fourth part is the experimental results. This paper adopts the AdBoost algorithm-based face detection implementation provided by OpenCV and compares the traditional AdBoost algorithm-based face detection effect with the depth neural network AlexNet-based face detection effect through experiments. Comparing the detection results, AdBoost algorithm can detect the positive face imagery well, but the imagery detection effect for sad face or face with occlusion is not good. Face detection based on depth neural network AlexNet can detect sad face images well, and it can also detect and process some images with complex background or face masks well. The last part is the conclusion. Through the experimental comparison with the traditional face detection based on AdBoost algorithm, it is shown that AlexNet based on depth neural network can well detect the sad face image and can also well detect and process some images with complex background or face mask, and the face detection accuracy is higher than that of the traditional face detection based on AdBoost algorithm. The following are the references cited in the article. That's all. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. I think it's good presentation. Dear colleagues, do you have questions?
I have question. What I don't see in the reference list a paper about AlexNet, so you should add it and maybe compare your research with the paper about AlexNet. And also add link to GitHub. And can you now explain what is a new thing that you already did, or what you plan to do? New thing. What is new? You want to apply AlexNet to some specific case, or you added some part of algorithm to AlexNet? What is your contribution, current contribution? Lin, could you please help to translate?
Повторяйте, пожалуйста, какой вопрос?
Что она нового сделала?
你这里面新的东西是什么？你可以幻灯片里面找一个你自己的东西，解释一下。
Can you say it?
Yes. So you made comparison. You used some open source data set and made comparison, right?
This is the experiment result.
Мой вопрос такой, что она конкретно нового сделала? Потому что есть статьи на AlexNet, скорее всего, она взяла другой датасет и проверила AlexNet на другом датасете. Это ее работа?
Она же сравнила еще с другим подходом.
Да?
Да.
То есть новое это сравнение, да?
Сравнила в заключении, посмотри, два алгоритма. Это вот 14-й слайд, по-моему.
Ага. И такого раньше сравнения не было, да?
你给我说一下，你这里面哪个是你的新东西？你自己的东西？
就是用中文是吧？
你先跟我说一下。
就是主要通过就是对比这两种算法，然后得出这个在这个 AlexNet 这个卷积神经网络下的这个就是，这个比原来的那个更好一点。就通过这个实验得出这个结果。
结论在哪？
Ну, чувствую, что владеет темой. Смотри уверенно, как отвечал.
Да, я думаю...
Да, у него есть свои результаты новые.
Окей, ну скажи, что нету в reference list ссылки на AlexNet paper. И, пожалуйста, пусть добавит и объяснит, чем...
Надо узнать, если в статье, может быть, здесь вот короткий список, а там в статье более полный.
Я по статье и смотрю, я же открыл, ты же мне говорил открыть статьи.
他现在在看你的论文，你论文里面提到了你用的这两个方法，然后因为这部分我也不是很懂，你解释一下你得到的东西，你把你的结论跟conclusion说一下，是你的结论。
我这个就是没有什么特别的那个新的东西，就是主要就是通过这两个就是搜集那个资料对比出来得到就是这个卷积神经网络之下这个更好一点。
Она сказала, что с помощью некоторых публикаций и нашла такой результат. Бывает особенный способ. На самом деле я тоже не понимаю, что такое. И она указала, что бывает такой способ отличный, лучше, чем другие.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your presentation. Bye-bye. See you again.
不要紧张。
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Окей, следующий сейчас.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening. Share your presentation, please.
Okay.
Start, please.
可以开始吗？ Hello teachers, my name is Joyan Wu. I'm from Yan University, majoring in computer technological and science. The title of my report today is online recruitment besides on big data. What we are looking at today's catalog of reports divided into 4 parts: creative introduction, function introduction, design framework, future. Let's start with the first part, creative introduction. It will be shown from 2 aspects: background and project introduction. Let's look at the details. Background. With the rapid development of the internet, recruitment channels have changed from offline to online, and this year's new coronavirus has accepted this change. The influence and of the talent market in China is especially obvious. People need to find a job at home, avoid spreading the disease, which means that the recruitment of talents has to be replaced by online recruitment. So here's question for job fancy problems. The capable candidates often because their value is not played and everywhere hit the wall. The ability of less qualified job seeker and seeing the opportunity to enjoy themselves. The phenomenon of inequality is become more and more intense. Many people do not have a clear understanding of the choice of more major and the needs of social recruitment market. There are lots of people like this job seeker too, so let's look at the solution. With the massive accumulation of recruitment website data, and then collection data is stored in a storage device for data cleaning. Clean the data, then calculate and analyze and finally present job seeker and where from. Let's move on the second part. Function introduction. It has 5 parts. See on the next page for details. You can see putting data acquisition and data storage together. Data acquisition not only website crawl, at the same time also come from business corporation to abandon it. Website crawl data stores in the database through the distributed storage is needed for massive data of cores. Data storage can also use a cold storage. Data cleaning work is carried out the data, repeating data, deformation data, and errors data. Data analysis is divided into parts: the online and offline analysis. The commonly used two kinds of method: tabulation method and graphing method. Data visualization method of simple statistical table and a website and so on. Function model. The data flow revolves around 4 core modules: data acquisition and storage, data clean, data analyze, and data visualization. The third part of design framework is divided into parts. With that in mind, let's take a look at a process framework and make it related, easy to understand.
data acquisition part. Crawl the data on the internet， 然后data storage is divided into two parts. Part data using the database, huge amounts of data using HDFS. HDFS in the form the streaming access data in the file system. Data acquisition need real-time data cleaning and data storage. There are two parts of analyze, the online and offline. Be represent to job seekers in a visual form such as a chart of website. For example, the form the user see is the statistical or graph. The finally part of the future includes the difficult problems encountered and prospected for the future. Difficult problems. Data cleaning methods are flexible and diverse, must be default with accordingly filter out incomplete, wrong, and repeated data, but it is easy to produce data loss. Depulation, failure, data loss, garble, code, and other problems. Future prospecting, data storage. Code storage adopts public code storage similar to Baidu Network Disk for customers and alloc memory use. Can also divided into part of private code storage for enterprise to spread. Hybrid code storage include both public code storage and internal code storage, and the trend in the future is that it will be more popular. Data visualization, diversity. At present, all of them are present to employers in the form of statistical tables and analyze, but there are many forms of data visualization, so we should not stick to the form of statistical charts and text and employer interesting new from to satisfy customers. That's all for my report. Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much. Did you use own web crawler, or you used existing application of web crawling? Did you develop own web crawler system? Did you understand me?
Sorry.
Какой вопрос?
You told that you use crawler system, yes, for data collecting.
Какой вопрос?
Она сама разработала поисковый робот или она использовала какое-то готовое известное приложение?
这个是你自己写的，还是你引用别人的工作？
我自己写的。
用英语回答。你可以看一下 YouTube 的翻译区，那里有热心网友给你的翻译的问题。用英语回答。
Actually, colleagues, it is reflected in her paper, and I guess we can give some advices to her. To my mind, it is very urgent topic, and we with Professor Blekanov try to do something like this. So I think we can say good luck to students and
okay.
Send some advices after the conference.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, next. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone.
麦克风近一点，声音大一点。
Please.
哦，好的。Hello everyone. My name is Dongwen Peng. I'm from Yan University, majoring in information and computer science.
声音高一点，听不见。
等会儿我再调一下。
Громко.
这回好了吗，学长？
Зачем презентацию он выключил?
Hello.
Yes. 声音有点低。你电脑上有调节麦克风的地方，把它调的声音大一点。
哦，我把扬声器已经调大了呀。Hello.
Hello. Hello.
这个声音可以了吧？
找到了吗？
Share screen, please.
把屏幕那个弄出来。还是你用麦克风的话，离麦克风近一点，就是话筒什么的耳机的。
不是耳机。那就这样吧，这样应该说的清楚点。这样可以了吧？ Hello.
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 Hello. Are you listening us?
您
可以开始了吗？
你的右下角应该有麦克风。
已经调了呀。
Давайте следующий, я согласен.
Коллегу в конце тогда подключим.
Либо следующий, я скажу им.
Don't Wepeng. Don't Wepeng.
See you later.
Please share screen.
就把你的屏幕亮出来，然后声音大点吧，你就吼一吼。
Есть такая песня. See you later.
把屏幕共享出来，然后这个你说话声音大一点嘛。
Иня, пожалуйста, можно?
Да,
Давай вот следующего. У нас время.
Я уже сказал.
Время просто.
Да, конечно. 就时间有限，你可以快一点，或者你可以。要不这样吧，让丁同学先来。
Он расстроился.
Так, следующий студент, выступает. 要不你先等一下，董同学，让这个丁洪哲在你前面，你下一个吧。你先等一下，你先调一下。Yes, 1 minute. Иван. Следующий студент. Он ждет.
Как его зовут?
Дин. Дин.
А?
Дин.
Нет тут такого.
Фамилия Дин.
Тут какой-то студент, у него устройство не подготовлено написано. Коннектинга. Вот есть тут Янру Жо.
Янру Янру. Она уже была.
Была, но вот другого нету. Другого нету.
Сейчас, я скажу. Она, он скоро.
А что случилось с этим студентом?
Вот этот студент, ну, камера, наверное, не работает. Да, следующий еще. Да, она.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Can you see me?
Yes, great.
好，你把屏幕放出来吧。
Okay.
Okay, please.
Okay, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I don't see.
稍等一下。Okay.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, great.
Okay, let's begin. Hello everyone, I'm honored to report my topic here. I'm Ding Hongzhe, and I'm from Yan'an University. My major is Internet of Things Engineering. My topic is decision of indoor positioning system based on ZigBee. First of all, you can see that the report consists of 6 parts. And the first part is about the topic. Indoor positioning is a positioning principle based on the RSS mechanism of received signal strength value, and the distance between two different nodes is used to determine the distance between the nodes. The second part is about the current situation of this topic at this stage. The United States Smart Earth, the European Union's Regional Project, China's procession of the Earth, and other information are developing rapidly in recent years as ZigBee become more and more popular. Using ZigBee technology for indoor communication is becoming a research trend. Therefore, it is very important to study a coherent and reliable positioning system suitable for indoor environment based on ZigBee technology. And the third part is the overall decision plan In terms of system decision, we can divide it into the upper computer system and the lower computer system. The upper computer system is composed of upper computer software and PC. The lower computer system is composed of reference node, mobile node, and gateway node. The hardware decision includes the hardware circuit decision of reference node, mobile node, and gateway node. In order to simplify the decision of hardware circuit, these people adopt the integrated decision, that is, the gateway node, the reference node, and the mobile node are all one node. The following figure is the hardware decision block diagram of the node. And the first part is the hardware decision of the system. This page shows the circuit diagram of the wireless communication model. The CC-2530 series chip introduced by T1 company is selected as the main control model. CC-2530 combines the excellent performance of The CC-2530 service chip introduced by T1 company is selected as the main control model. CC-2530 combines its excellent performance of leading RF transceiver. In industrial standard, it has the 8051 CPU system, programmable flash memory, 8 KB RAM, and many other powerful functions. The circuit of the model is shown in Figure 7, and the power supply circuit is designed to be powered by external USB interface, especially for gateway, and the method of adding battery is adopted to prevent additional power filter. When the USB interface is normally powered, not only the whole node circuit is powered, but also the battery is charged. When the USB interface is powered off accidentally, there is a backup battery to replace the USB power supply. The power model circuit is shown in Figure 8. And this page shows the JTAG interface circuit diagram. JTAG interface is usually used to download the foreign program to the circuit board, and the connect the simulator to debug the program on the target board. Its circuit is relatively simple, and it needs to be pointed out that 10,000 OHMS per receiver needs to be connected on the NTRST, TD, TMS, TCK pins. The JTAG interface circuit is shown in Figure 9, and the schematic diagram of the shortage model circuit in the process of positioning because of the large amount of data to be processed, and the memory capacity of the chip can't meet the needs of the system. The system needs external memory. The system uses Summer K9 F1G08 chip, which belongs to NAD flash. The is the software introduction of the system. The software development tool used in this system is RAR embedded work branch. It can't only realize cross complication of C language and C++ language programs, but also realized on chip debugging functions, programs such as variable varying, breakpoints, tracking, and other functions. The picture shows the software running interface. The sixth part introduces the algorithm used for window processing. The processing system is processing processable based on RSSI mechanism of the received signal's trace value. The distance between two different nodes is used to determine the distance between the nodes. And this part is the literature reference in this article. Okay, this is my paper report. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do you have questions, colleagues?
I have question. I'm not a specialist in the hardware, but I have question about software part, about the last part of the paper where you define the location. It's a part number 6 of your paper. I personally, I don't know about colleagues, but I personally more interested in this part. And my suggestion in future to add more information about this, maybe it's possible to use some interesting mathematical algorithms to define location. For example, you said that sometimes wireless signal can be affected by wall, right? Yes. Okay, so it can be affected by wall. So maybe it's interesting to consider different mathematical models to define location in better way, more precise. I think this is the key point. Yes. So it's important to understand what is the new thing you can do here, hardware or software or both. About software, my suggestion may be to consider different algorithms or improve like this. About hardware, I don't know. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
哎，好，再见。
Next presentation.
Это уже
Готов?
Да, уже поступил.
Донг Венпенга, да, подключаем?
Yes.
Меня тоже никто не любит на него.
喂，说话。
Hello.
喂。
在。
哎呀。Спасибо。
学长，这回声音可以了吧
Yes, start please.
声音高一点，那个算你调不了，就你大声一点吧，大声一点吧，也没办法，这样吧。
刚调了一下，它还是不行啊。Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dongwen Peng. I'm from Yan University, majoring in information and computer science. My topic of today's report is to study the stability of energy based on multiple linear degradation. This report is divided into 4 parts. The first part is the research background and signification. The second part is the traditional research and math and defense. The second part is the urbanization schemes. The first part is the reference. First of all, automobile is an important means of traditional for human being and one of essential means of transport for our travel. His safety and reliability and the gratitude of our as travel with the important of national environment, transportation, versus and vehicle perform requirements. The requirements for energy in emissions, the inconvenience, power, performance, and becoming higher and higher. ECU is to log acceptance and the basis and achieving the above goals. What is ECU? ECU is called drive computer. So ECU is the power source, not the center of whole vehicle. It means function is to accurately collect and process the signals of vehicle sources of energy according to the computer studied parameters. Conversions these parameters into corresponding collecting signals and send them to the actors so as make the energy reach the best work condition. It can be that the stability of ECU degraded. That means the quality of the whole vehicle. Therefore, ECU needs to have high stability. So it must be analyzed, studied deeply. The traditional research on the stability of energy ECU system is based on the static analysis of the failure time based on the constant data which some limits and seriously affect the performance of energy electrical control system. In the traditional stability research, the stability of ECU can be rendered as a reliability model, and the reliability of protect the equal to the protect the cumulative multiple parameter. When collective and crucial between matter paper, most of measures use convention to describe to the crucial between regulation permission. If they are not related, use the above methods to evaluate the related protect other as use the joint design function the evaluate the stability of protect performance. Progress realized studies didn't consider the different contribution of diagnostic performance to protect performance reliability. Reasons in low accuracy of protect related evaluation, which deviated from the accurate state of the protect. We open the maze for that figure the overall idea the optimization scheme is firstly control and coefficient is used to test the control between parameters. Then the measure to determine the weight contribution is proposed for the case parameters control and uncontrol, and finally the perform reliability with evaluate glaciers based on the weight control is proposed. The determination of weight correction under the condition of preference on contribution. As you the diagnostic process observes the linear model, the proffers degradation data of each parameter is fed by user logic. The linear fit logic of each digitation promise can immediately reflect the contribution of degradation primate to the relation of the product, although the same value can be directly used measure, but there is no significant difference between the unit of measurement and the mean use of pavements. So the coefficient of values is selected to the determine the weight confident of the importance of each degradation parameter of product reliability. The determination of weight confident on under the condition of pavement correlation. First, the correlation with causation between them is determined according to the complex correlation coefficient. If the complex correlation curves of any degradation variable x and other degradation variable is larger, it means the stronger and linear friendship with the other degraded variable. The aggregate is get from other degraded variable. The most reported information, the the weight of degradation variable should be the correlation with confrontation based on complex correlation confrontation of each degradation variable is calculated with reported and calculation degrees of each degradation quantity, which reported the correlation degrees of such a degradation quantity. Then the contribution with the confidence data of each degradation quantity is determined based on the values computation, which reports the contribution of each degradation quantity to the overall stability of the product. The weight confrontation of each degradation quantity and obtained by the product correlation with confrontation and contribution with confrontation. The final weight confrontation is
还有3分钟。
normalization. The reference are as few. This is the end of my report. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's all. Yeah, I think that next presentation.
We have enough time, so we have to proceed.
We have no time. Yes. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Я говорил, что у него компьютер плохо работает. Он не может громко говорить. Так.
И это вот следующий, да?
Да, это следующая девушка. 把你的麦克风和摄像头打开，点击 Share Screen。
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
You can start.
Okay, please wait a moment.
点那个 share screen。如果不行，我帮你播放吧。
I can't do it. Thank you. 可以了吗？可以了吗？
没有看到 share screen， 点那个 share screen， 下面有一个 share screen， 看到没有？
好的。
先把幻灯片打开。算了，你来说吧，我帮你来弄吧。结束了吗？
那你稍等一下。
你不用了，你就别来说，我来帮你翻页，你告诉我就行了，这样快一点。
行，可以。
可以吗？
但是我的 PPT 可能有所更新。
你有改过的话，你赶紧现在发我。
嗯。
好了吗？
马上。
吓死。
OK。
好的。行，一会儿你说，我这儿来播放。Ivan Barros я помогу показать презентацию. Сейчас. Надо быстро.
Can I start? Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Dear teachers and schoolmates, good evening. I come from Yan'an University, majoring in computer science and technology. My name is Xia Yuyan. Today, the topic of my presentation is the design and implementation of the management platform for the lost and found on campus. Thanks. Now I'm going to describe my design ideas. Part 1, project review. Part 2, requirement analysis. Part 3, build system frame. Part 4, the choice of programming language. Part 5, design database. Part 6, accomplish system. Part 7, the future. Page 3, project review. With the progress of society, the development of economic, the widespread popularity of information technology, and the improvement of campus by information technology at present, most colleges and universities still not have had a centralized and unfed platform of lost and found property, and the traditional way of posting notice for finding things and revelation of lost found property information was too slow to spread and manage, even cause a certain interest loss for owner of the lost his property in order to manage this lost property and analyze its functional models, business scope, and data of lost property management system in colleges and universities after combined the actual needs of lost and found property of management, which sets a foundation for the design and the development of the lost and found property system is in colleges and universities. Page 4. Requirements analysis. The chart shows how many people have lost things and found them, and how many people have not found them. The chart shows how many people have lost things and found them, and how many people have not found them. And the next page describes the figure shows the framework construction of the system as shown in the figure. The lost and found system is managed by the administrator, mainly responsible for the information submission of the lost and the picked up, and of the two major customs. Page 6. Analysis of business procedures. Administrator said, after enter the system, the administrator first displays the login interface. It needs for your password and the account info the login, and the system will detect the accuracy of the accountant's information automatically after loading, and it will show that you make the successful loading of your info is right. If error occurs, the administrator will inform you to load it again. After the administrator logs successfully, this increased info of the lost property and the lost property have been recovered, also to be updated and in the accordance with the owner of lost property and increased info of lost property in the database. He will also check the contents of message board, the post-it on the BBS. This all updated info will be saved into database and displayed after administrator login. Lost reporter. After enters in this system, lost reporter first displays in the login interface. It needs for your password and the account info to log in, and then the system will detect the accuracy of account information automatically after loading, and it will show that you make the successful loading in the start. Then start a next step if you infer the is right. If error it occurs, the administrator will inform you to loading it again. After login successful, these things will be conducted include lost property query, registration of info of lost property information, about to leave the message act. All of this information will be saved into the database and the related plots will be displayed. Picker. After enter this system, the picker first displays the login screen it needs for your password and accounting for the login, and the system will detect the accuracy of the account information automatically after login, and it will show that you make the successful login. Then start a next step if your info is right. If error occurs, the administrator will inform you to login it again after the successful login of the picker. The business to be carried out included pick up its information registration, pick up the information correct. All the information will be saved into the database and the relevant prompts will be displayed. Page 7. Because not everyone has a computer, we need to be compatible with computers and mobile terminals. So we choose Node, Node.js HTML. Node.js is a lightweight server-side language. Is a platform built on Chrome's JavaScript runtime for easily build fast. Scalable network is lightweight and efficient, perfect for data-intensive real-time applications that run across distributed devices. HTML is also very simple for mobile adaptation. Next page, design database. The system adopts the SQL Server database design table according to the division of function models and the classification of related information. 4 tables can be established, which are the user information table, the lost and found information table, the lost and reported information table, and the message information table. The table information is as follows.
你需要翻页的时候得告诉我，而且你现在说到哪个地方了，我也不知道。
page 应该现在是第9页。
Sorry, for future presentation, please do not read. No one can listen if you read, because it's not interesting. And this is the same comment for all presentations.
不要读。你的幻灯片没有页码，所以不知道你现在在哪一页。你告诉我在哪一页。
Colleagues, actually we read this paper. Maybe somebody have questions and we can go to the next presentation because we have no time.
Yeah.
I have one question / suggestion. I hope you can understand us. So you said that there is input from the thing that was lost, yes, and then there is also another input to the system from the thing that was found. So what kind of system you use to compare what was lost and what was found? Because maybe people write like I lost Huawei phone, and another say I found Huawei P20 phone. You should use some comparison tools. They're very like compare the table data. Maybe you can find comparison with 90%. Then you make a signal to the system user to say, okay, maybe this is your thing. It's automatic, because sometimes people cannot use direct way to input types of phone or types of some models into the system. So you should use some intelligent comparison. And
yeah,
please do not read.
Very nice suggestion. I think.
Thank you.
Please do not read.
Thank you, Dr. Ovanes.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Lu Yang, major in Internet of Things Engineering from Yan University. Today, the topic of my report is design of alarm system based on MCU. Now, I will start my report. This report is mainly divided into 5 parts. The first part introduces the current situation of fire alarm system. As we all know, there are many large fires that shocked the world in 2019. We can see from these 4 pictures that the fire is raging, causing great economic losses to people. But the fire alarm system has gone through 6 generations of development from beginning to the present. The following 3 diagrams show a phrased development process of the fire alarm system, as shown in Figure 5. The multi-limiter fire alarm system has a high false alarm rate because there are many common lights between the switches. However, the switch type fire alarm system shown in the Figure 6 avoids the disadvantages of Figure 5, but it also has certain limitations because it can only measure a single signal. The analog input intelligent fire alarm system shown in Figure 7 has certain intelligence which can distinguish and analyze the received analog signals by itself, reducing the false alarm rate. However, in recent years, the distributed intelligent fire alarm system is more popular in the market, as shown in Figure 8. A terminal can be used to detect and monitor multiple areas with high predictability. The second part introduces the all-wheel design of the system. From the figure, we can see that a fire alarm system is made up of a series of modules such as the AD smoke collection, like LCD module, relay module, K module, and so on, and another important module. The third part introduces the hardware design. Main control module we use STC-N9C51 single chip microcomputer. Figure 10 shows its physical finger. Figure 11 is the DIP circuit diagram. MQ2 gas sensor is used in the smoke collection module. The analog signal is converted into detailed signal by AD conversion and sent to MCU. The sound light alarm module uses both lighter prompt and sound alarm. The lighter prompt uses LED light, and the sound alarm uses the buzzer alarm. The GSM module uses SIM 900A for wireless transmission. Figure 14 is its physical finger, and figure 15 is its module interface circuit diagram. The part 4 introduces the software in the whole system. We use two software. One is QC51 and Proto 99SE. As shown in the figure 16, it is a working interface of QC51, and the code shown in the figure is a function program or smoke alarm module. Figure 17 shows a PCB of this system. We can see it has a series of circuits, such as this is temperature detection module, and this is sound light module. This is LCD module, and this is the main module. And the last part introduces the workflow of the whole system. On the PPT on this page, we can see that the first figure shows the Intel state of system, and the LCD shows the current smoke collection, temperature, and smoke collect, and the warning value of temperature. The second figure adjusts the warning value of smoke collection through the case, and the third figure shows that the system alarms when the smoke concentration exceeds the warning value. This is the LED light on the plus. On the buzzer sound the alarm. The last picture shows the GSM transmission, showing the current smoke collection concentration and temperature value. This page mainly displays the alarm of temperature detection module. In the same way, the first figure shows the current temperature and the smoke concentration. In the second figure, the temperature sensor is converted by hand to make its temperature exceed the warning value. In the third figure, here, an alarm occurs. In the fourth figure, the alarm information is transmitted to the mobile phone. And the last page shows describes a film detection module. The first picture shows that it did not detect a system stage of the smoke chamber, while the second picture shows that when a flame is detected, it will for the LED light here, and then the buzzer to alarm. This is the end of my report. Thank you for your listening and watching.
Oh, thank you very much. It is very interesting topic, and it is very good that you
applicable
into attention hardware. It is very nice. Good luck.
Good luck. Thank you.
I have question.
Thank you.
I have question. Did you consider to apply to this project some kind of approaches like anomaly detection like this? Because fire alarm is also anomaly, right? You have a lot of chips to track signals, yes? And some signals are anomaly or not. So maybe it's possible to apply some kind of interesting mathematical approaches for anomaly detection to make it more intelligent, if you want. It's a good good direction. If you have very big building, you have a lot of alarm chips, right? How to understand where is the core problem, where is the main alarm, where is the fire, how to understand if you have a lot of alarms. It's called root cause problem and alarm and anomaly detection. So
you can apply times forecasting time series methods.
For future improvement.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Okay,
bye.
Bye.
The next participant is
last but not at least.
И никого нету.
Она идет.
Идет пешком?
Сейчас.
Ей надо установить то, что Ванесса предложил.
Последняя.
Чтобы ее сигнал быстрее шел.
Математические подходы.
Да, оптимизировать свои движения внутри ОС.
У Ванессы такие идеи классные, мне так нравится, надо развивать.
Ну, спасибо, но я надеюсь, это не слишком, как бы, может. Но есть куча open-source проектов на эту тему, они могут покопаться.
Сегодня хорошая погода.
Да.
Прекрасная, я бы сказал.
Да.
На самом деле у нас одна такая задача была, вот как раз с оповещителями пожарными.
О, классно.
Знаешь, к чему она свелась?
Просто...
Самая главная проблема. Догадайся, какая, Ванесса?
Не знаю.
Это на самом деле организация такого тестового стенда, где бы все это можно проверять. То есть у тебя же есть много разных датчиков, которые отвечают там, за, например, там, влажность, да, за температуру. Вот. И вот на самом деле речь идет про такую камеру, в которой есть вот разные датчики. Ты создаешь, эмулируешь разные процессы, вот, и смотришь, как эти датчики реагируют. Потому что по-другому, ну как ты ложные вот эти вот сигналы будешь с оригинальными, ну, скажем так, сравнивать, потому что есть ложные сигналы. Так, ну что...
Там не такие сложные, а вот именно, да, вот эта история с работой самой системы, как она.
Да, потому что нужен такой вот тестовый стенд, среда. Это, как правило, такая кубуха такая, знаешь, вот тестовая камера, изолированная с датчиками. Ну, вот.
Так когда то, что ты озвучил, это и есть root cause problem. У тебя есть куча датчиков, сначала один срабатывает, потом другой. Тебе нужно знать, какой действительно... Во-первых, что это за аларм, распознать.
Не,
вот.
важно,
и
ложный он или нет, понимаешь?
Да, ложный он, да.
Вот это самая главная проблема,
ну вот.
на самом деле.
Так это ML, это классическая задача ML.
А данные откуда брать? О чем тебе Ваня и говорит?
Это я не знаю.
Но ты же должен как-то... Вот, а где ты? Разные предприятия, ну, хорошо, ну, например, в больнице в какой-нибудь, да, и на каком-нибудь складе у них будут разные...
ты имеешь в виду, как обучить эту штуку, да?
Объяснить почему? Потому что, например, в больнице очень высокая влажность, много пациентов, они дышат, ну, это я уже знаю некоторые моменты. И тебе нужно вот эти вот условия уметь создавать. Задача же идет про такое глобальное...
В какой момент это в лекцию нашу превратилось?
Да. Ини, ну,
Ну, не,
Вот,
интересная
кто
задача.
попытается.
Генерация датасета отмечена. Вот это клево.
У нее
даже не
интернет не так хорошо.
У нас
Она
просто 5
сказала-
минут, осталось 10 минут всего.
Да, я понимаю. Окей. Она вошла.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Start, please.
Oh my God.
Don't worry.
This is last presentation.
Okay. Thank you.看得到吗？
看不到，只能看那个鼠标。
PPT 看不到吗？
看到了，现在看到，但是没有全屏。全屏一下，
现在可以了吗
？OK，
Yes.
OK. Отлично. Very good.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yu Xiuxiu. I'm from Yan'an University, majoring in Internet of Things Engineering. The topic of my report today is the design and implementation of parking space management system beside a microcontroller. This paper is divided into 5 parts, including the introduction, the project design, implementation of the system test, and conclusion. With the development of science and technology, people's living standard keep improving and more intelligent products appear in people's lives. With the increase of the number of cars being used as a main means of transportation, parking difficulties become an increasingly prominent problem. Some car parks are full but don't have any signals to indicate that. It is one of the reasons for parking difficulties. This design uses the access control system beside or RFID radio frequency technology only needs an RFID. Magnetic cars can realize the intelligent access control system. So in infrared sensor to detect whether there is a car, real-time display of the remaining parking space in the garage, and display the location of the free garage on the display. The microcontroller uses RTC89C552 microcontroller as a CPU processor. Access control system using RFID radio frequency technology. The use of RFID technology to achieve automatic entry of cars. The use of obstacle avoidance module to detect the parking space in the garage while detecting the distance between the car and the wall. The use of buzzer and LED light to alert the number of remaining free parking space and the parking numbers displayed on the 1602 LCD display. The 8224C02 memory chip stores the correct RFID categorization. Now it's the implementation of the system. There are 3 parts to this. For main program architecture, first each piece of the hardware is initialized and then the module start working. Initialization of each module, the LM1117 bulk chip to power the RFID receiver. The RFID receiver transmits the collected information to the SAM and then compares the data in the memory chip. In addition, the obstacle avoidance module detecting distance in real time. Once the distance is less than the parking space is, indicating that there is a car into the parking space. The corresponding LCD screen on the number reduced by 1 bit when the distance is less than the lower limit of the alarm. The buzzer alarm LED light flash. Follow chart of RFID detection. When the entire microcontroller starts to work, first, the LM1117 bulk module transforms 5-volt voltage into 3.3-volt voltage to power the RFID receiver, and then the receiver collects the contacts of the RFID identification card set to the microcontroller. The microcontroller calls the memory chip RFID acquisition card date by comparing whether the two values are the same. This enables intelligent cross control. For obstacle avoidance module, obstacle avoidance module can achieve parking detection and collision detection function. Obstacle avoidance module works when the distance detected by the obstacle module is less than the alarm value, the buzzer alarm, and the LED light flash. Now it's the system test. First of all, to the microcontroller power, this is the LCD screen. First, the initialization operation. LCD screen should appear on the init. This step is claim. Then test each sensor function. The LCD display page is divided into two lines, showing the number of remaining parking space and the parking number below, and the RFID card is placed on the RFID receiver, and this time it can be seen the LED gray light on, indicating that the card's number is correct. Can enter after the operation of the obstacle-free module. Obstacles are placed on obstacle-free module with a fewer parking space. The obstacle is placed and the obstacle module set an alarm. At this point, all functional tasks are complete. And finally, conclusion. According to the past experience, the smaller hardware overhead requires a relatively complex software conversation because of the use of serial data transmission between the obstacle avoiding module and the microcomputer processor. Therefore, when programming the obstacle avoidance, extreme care must be taken then dealing with reading and writing timings. Otherwise, it will not be possible to write the running results. Comparing to the large parking lots management system, this design has the advantages of simple structure, high economic benefit, low cost, high reliability, convenient maintenance, short development cycle, and simple operation, more suitable for small parking management. And that's all. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I
Thank
think
you.
that this is a good technical and applicable research. Colleagues, do you have questions?
As usual, I have a question. It's just a question from practice. Sometimes I come to a parking space, and the parking indicator say this place is free, but actually 2 cars are standing too close, so I cannot park car. But sensor said place is free because it's free, but it's too tiny. So how to? Did you think of this question? How to make it? Lean, maybe you could help us to translate. Ты понимаешь, о чем?
I have answer. To be better driver.
No, system has to think about this in advance.
Простите, кто занято не слышал, что...
Я скажу, 3 parking space, 3, понимаешь? 3 места для парковки, да?
Да.
2 машины очень близко стоят,
да.
а место как бы свободно, но машине сложно встать.
Да.
Вот ее система такое может найти, как бы определить, понимаешь? Ты понимаешь? Еще посмотри на картинку, пожалуйста. Вот 2 машины очень близко стоят. Датчик говорит свободно, тут можно встать. Но на самом деле нет. На самом деле машина не может встать. Как ее система это учитывает?
Но мы же понимаем, что это лишь...
Ну, я не знаю, может, там другие датчики надо, такие, как бы, не узкие, да, как бы, не узконаправленный луч, а какой-нибудь вот...
Ну, 2 датчика поставить. Опять же, это аппаратные решения, мне кажется.
Ну вот. Так а пусть, вот я и озвучил проблему, пусть подумает.
Yeah, Dr. Manes suggests you some improvements for your future work, but anyway, it was interesting, I think.
Yes,
and
of course, it was very good. Yeah.
Good work. Thank you.
Yes, it was very good.
So
I think that's all. Yes.
Я попрошу открыть презентацию, не понимаю вопросы. Но если уже все, ну так.
Не, она не покажет эту презентацию. Окей. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you very much, dear colleagues, dear participant and student. I want to wish you good luck and new scientific achievements. Do your work and practice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.